Hey, I'm Kev Stone. Welcome back to MotoGP 20. Has after an up and down time in the careering last time out, Kev Stone still leads the championship comfortably, but definitely Masia seems to be the guy who's proven to be his main rival at the moment, but still a very comfortable lead, over 3 race win lead heading into the second half of the season. And it begins with some new interest. We got Takasugi here, and he's bet on engines. We're improving the engine, so welcome to the team. As we've got 4 weeks, remember, for that engine upgrade to come into existence. The last engine upgrades as well for those last couple of nodes. And that means we won't be doing the practice programs, free practice free. We'll just be doing it for practice and trying to get into qualifying too. So I do like 1 or 2 laps, and then hopefully by the end of it, be straight to qualifying 2 and then straight to pole and then race victory, the usual. As practice is as usual, all we did was do like a kind of 1 lap race sim, 1 lap quali sim basically. So 1 with power level 1 and 0, and 1 with just power level 1 and 2, and the gap's a bit bigger to the rest on this occasion. 8 tenths quicker than Lopez, with Sasaki in 3rd, Suzuki, Arenas, Foggia, Masia, Koba, Gura. Fenati rounds out the top 10 out of Baltus and Tatai, pretty decent in practice. Yamanaka and Antonetti in that all-important 40 spot. Mino might be having to go through qualifying 1 in it. It's like Onshu in last, so will be joining us in qualifying 2 then. So Mino does, alongside Falatanins, Rossi and Napa, and home hero Salak. Basically something for the home fans to cheer for. So we go qualifying round this Automoto Drone Brno circuit in the Czech Republic. One of the longest laps and in length and time on the whole calendar. Let's go. This first corner is wonderful. You basically brake for it and then you're on the power immediately. Like a further way around the corner, not even hitting the apex as you saw there, but you can still get on the power so early. Wonderful corner to overtake Aka as well. And it's always like with most corners around here, on the power so early, but you also have to turn in a bit earlier than you expect as well in order to hit the apex, especially in this tricky middle sector which is coming up as you go downhill into the bowl. That corner's not as bad as it used to be. It used to be quite a severe drop-off. Now you can brake semi-regularly, and you can just suck up to the apex like that. Same with this corner. It used to be quite downhill, but now it's a bit more flatter. And this corner used to have a bit of a bump as well before you went uphill, but again, pretty flat. It's got a huge crowd around it. You see on power 2 for the whole of this. That should hopefully be our only qualifying lap. As we go downhill through the right. Used to be devious getting the bike towards the apex. Well, it still is if you outbrake yourself. But you can get the power so much earlier now through that. Then through the left. And right, barely lifting. Up horsepower hill. Towards the final couple of corners. Just a flick left and a flick right coming. Again, this corner very tricky to brake for in 19. But look at that. Nailed the apex. And then the final corner should be flat out. And from Moto3 machine, because it's so wide open, really wide on the exit. And that should be a Toho 8.6. Hopefully should be pole as well. After a couple of races where it proved a bit more difficult in qualifying, we've gone back to normal. 1.3 seconds faster than Agura. He's on the front alongside Baltus. Another front row start for the Belgium and a fellow rookie Tatai, Foggia and Fenati on the second row. Then we've got Arenas, Yamanaka, Alcoba, as we got Masia rounding out the top 10. The winner last time out in Finland, that is Sasaki and Salak. Good job from the home hero. And we've got Mino, Rossi and Antonetti down in 15th. And Suzuki, his teammate, remember 3rd in the championship now, the Japanese rider, leading the 6th row alongside Napa and Alonso Lopez. So for the race then, fuel's going to be max, because as you see there's quite a lot of straights here. Long straights as well. We will be using horsepower 2 quite a lot. And for tyres, since the temperature 105, so kind of in the higher range for the medium tyres, but again, we need soft front grip and then medium rear, just in case there is somewhere. So looking at the grid, soft, medium, medium hard for Bautas and Arenas. That's surprising. I'm surprised we're not seeing any riders with soft. So there we go, soft hard for Sasaki, but mostly medium hard for Salah, for Masia. So watch him to be strong in the second half of the race. There we go, soft medium for McPhee, Fernandez, Pauli. So riders down the order with a bit less to lose. Trying to gamble him. Lots of hard medium options at the back though. And did you see who was last? Vietti. As we get underway for 6 laps here in Brno. That's a decent start. Should hopefully be leaning towards the first corner, but it's quite a long run. As you can see, you managed to even get up to 6th gear there. And the first corner is quite long. Again, it's going to be quite flat out towards the left-right coming up. So it seems like we're leading the way on our GoPro Honda team. Well, free machine. We've got Bizzoli up to 31st, binned up to 27th ahead of Onshoot. As Foggy on our tail. Looks like it's been a couple of races. Great start from Suzuki, up to 7th ahead of fellow countryman. And so this is a sector where we're going to struggle at. Right, first. Oh, a bit wide. Oh, and Foggy into us again! What? Where have you come from? Masia into the Salak down as well. All the fans will be leaving now. Has got Mino in 3rd. Suzuki and Antonelli betting over 7th. Rodrigo up to 19th Fernandez. And Foggy, just like in Spain, is taking himself out. What is wrong with you, Dennis? As Garcia up to 8th head of fellow countryman Alcoba. Definitely going to be tough in the race. As McPhee up to 9th. Cracking start from the Scot. Remember, he's on soft medium, remember, as well. So we'll see how his race pace goes in the second half. As Powell up to 13th. We're ahead of Mino by 6 tenths. 6 tenths behind Masia. It's all a bit wide. Again, flat in the final corner. Let's look at Masia fly away from us, almost a second ahead. As you got Fanatic, Ura, Arenas, Tatai, Garcia, Koba, McPhee, your top 10. That's Onchi up to 24, so decent start from Dennis. At least one Dennis had a good first lap then, as Arbolone into the top 10 of McPhee. There's 2 up to 13 with Sasaki. Bit wide. As Binder into the top 20 at about us. Barry, what are you doing again in a race, mate? You're meant to go forwards, not back. Rossi up to 22nd now, Koffer. Should be coming up to his home race soon. Down the Red Bull Ring. As Tuba down from the points. As look at Masia fly in front. Hugely impressive from the Spaniard. As we go uphill. That's McPhee. Vietti up to 12th. He's up 20 places from the start. Unbelievable from the Italian. Up 21. Head of McPhee now. That VR46 machine working in the race test. It's time to get up to power to use some fuel. As he's a second quicker than us. It's Masia, got Mino, Fanati, Gura behind. Brno rounds out the top 10. Fogger does the fastest out what could have been for the Leopard. As Alcoba up to 7th, battling with Tatai. You'll see the young Spaniard up here, battling for points. Hopefully he can stay up there. So we're just about keeping with Masia, but man, he has got some pace this race. As a Spaniard. There's on-shot to 23rd head of Rossi. There's down his Pizzoli. As we've got Mino all over our tail. Lopez battling being a points. 19th battling with Bauters. Cooley in front battling with Binder over 17th. There's Fernandez in the points now ahead of Napa. There's 30 up to 8th ahead of Garcia. Bloody hell. As we approach the second half of this race, that's Poor through the penultimate corner. Trying too hard, brake too late there. Let's opens up to 70 over the Binder. We're just a second off the pace. As the top 4 pulled away, we've got the Italian train behind us, Mino and Fanati. As Fogg up to 20 over the Baltus. That's at the end of this first sector. Gabnet's familiar. Cyprus up to 16th head of the Italian. Mino not getting close enough to make a move though. Is Cooney battling back against Foggia? The 19th. Got to see up to 8th head of Vietti. There's Fernandez battling hard with Tatai. Over 13th. The young Spaniards looking for some rare points. There's Tuba remounted. Back for 25th. Slopers into points there. Suzuki. Fogg up to 18th of the Binder. Or not. There's no Tato down to 15th. Those elusive points, and he'll be getting away from him again. Yeah, it's up Horsepower Hill. Got good pace this lap. Now we need to use first more. There's 30 back up to 8th head of Garcia. There you go, 292, that's more like it. There's Fanati up to 3rd head of Mino. And the veteran go. There's no Teddo down to 17th. Anton Lopez on the move up to 13th, so it seems like the Hasfanas are working. Looks like we finally found our groove a bit too late. Chase for victory, but hoping to put away from third behind. As Binder ahead of Tatai to 17th. With the South African. That'll be lucky to finish in the top 20, I think, for the Spaniard now. So keeping the gap in this middle sector, it seems like. We are. Using a bit of horsepower. It was quite a long straight. So there we go, that's how you cut the corner. Now Cooney at a Tatai. Expanded down to 19th. Yeah, gap remaining the same to Masia. It's just taking a long while for us to get up the pace, unfortunately. So we're about to approach the final lap of the race here. The Czech Republic is falling into the points ahead of Fernandez. Superb recovery ride. This opens up the 12 ahead of Masia. And a power, should I say, Masia with the fastest lap. 286. Or 289, should I say. Don't think that's been the class of the field once again, the Spaniard. So Powdy belt fighting back. It's the Malaysian. It's Binder looking to score a point. Up to 16th now. And now Koffler. Up to 19th out of Tatai. Didn't he fall in the race, the Austrian? I remember, there've been quite a few falls, haven't there? The headline of them once again, unfortunately, for Leopard or Foggia. Looks like he's fought back to score some points, so up to 30. So we're into the top 20. Now Sasaki up to 21st. As here comes Fanati in the final lap. We'll leave the power 2 for the final sector from Horsepower Hill up. So we go downhill through the right. That's a wonderful circuit in Brno. Haven't had the battle for victory that we had hoped or expected. That's Powdy. Back for 14 with Fernandez. And so we go up to Horsepower 2. But we've been able to keep Fanati Mino at arm's length behind. So it's more valuable points in the championship score for Stone. It's... Or is it? As Fanati goes for the sneak attack. Doesn't quite work for the Italian. Fogger up to 11th. While Simmet Masia wins. As Masia with his second consecutive victory. 4 seconds ahead of Stone, who just held off Fanati in the end by 4/10. As the Italian gets a well-deserved podium ahead of fellow countryman Mino by half a second. Agura, a very quiet race for the Japanese rider, but a superb top 5 ahead of Arenas. Vietti, ride of the race from 32nd, last to 7th. Incredible. As we got Alcobra in 8th, Garcia 9th, Arbadone around at the top 10 ahead of the disappointed Foggia. We've got McPhee, Lopez, Fernandez and Powley. Scores the final point by a couple of cents ahead of Binder. As we've got Koffler around out top 20, Tata in 22nd. Once again, a point slips through his fingers. Same for Baltus in 25th. Bezzodi, the last finisher, has Yamanaka Antonetti crashed out. Sanak and Suzuki as well. So what does that mean for the championship? Well, Stone is 73 points ahead of Masia, who's now got the gap to under 3 race wins. But Suzuki's adrift now in third, 31 points behind the Spaniard and just 5 ahead of Fanati, who charges into the top 4 ahead of Foggia and Antonetti. Still a bit of a gap to Vietti in 7th, who's just ahead of Mino. and Lopez Varenas ran out the top 10. Aguirre the big winner from this race, then showed up 3 places to 11th, ahead of his fellow countryman Mephisto in 13th. Garcia up to 14th. Salat the big loser down 3 places to 15th after a disappointing home race. Then Fernandez Alcoba up ahead of Tuba now. Has been the best of the non-point scorers now in 24th. Well, in the team's championship, Leopard lead the way by 39 points after another victory for the team. Sync 58 in second, 12 ahead of GoPro Honda team despite their double DNF this race. And the Honda team were 27 points ahead of Max Racing. VR 46 in 5th in Straglitz and Granetto team. Snipers now ahead of KTM. Honda team Asian to the top 10 ahead of Petronas Spirit. A battle between the Asian teams there. And then you've got Grassini in 12th.
This second place finish is an excellent result for both him and the team, giving them hope for the following races. So
let's see the reputation increases then. Definitely did achieve the top 10 and the 3rd row in qualifying as, yep, still secure. That's good to know. As once again we can pay our crew members, I think, after this weekend. See that added to the bank balance. It's got 20 weeks remaining in the year. And we've got another proposal received, Moto3 Aventure. We've refused that one. We're waiting for the Moto2 offers, okay? As what's up next, it is the My World Motorrad Grand Prix von Österreich, otherwise known as the Austrian Grand Prix run the Red Bull Ring. Probably said a bit better that way as well. But as you can see, Stone still got a dominant lead over Masia, but the Spaniard proven to be quite a component on that Leopard. And we'll see if he can make it a hat-trick of victories in a row next time. Sign off watching. We'll find out then.